The evolution revolution has begun. Get ready for this. Yes, there's going to be some pushback. There's going to be the we won our way. There's going to be the we're winning. And all kinds of words that create conflict are being thrown around out there. There's a lot of false information, as usual, and manipulation. And all of it's coming from one place. The dungeon in the mansion that doesn't see the light. And you have an opportunity right now to transform, because it is accelerating, yes, once again, and it will continue to. I want to explain exactly what that means. Are you ready? Let's go. Welcome to Landria Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through the fears and live an amazing life. I'm here to raise the frequency of the planet one light being at a time. Just one. That's all you need to do, is raise one. You are absolutely perfect right now. You are perfect. You can't be anything but, unless you choose it. And those choices are what we call illusion. And what we're experiencing here is a self-created, agreed-upon illusion. We call it the Matrix. It's a program and it's an experience. My father has many mansions. Each of these mansions represent, we're using that as a term, represent an experience of a program, an existence, as a planet, as a quasar or a star, or things that we can't even imagine that exist outside of planets and galaxies and universes. You see, there's no multiverses because there's no ending to anything. There's just one thing happening, not in timelines, not simultaneously as individual events. It's one thing happening. That means your thought and mine are one. My actions and decisions are one with you. Now, they appear to be individual because we get to experience what it's like to be separate. That is part of the game. We can't do that outside. We are one. We know all. We hear each other's thoughts. We don't even really have thoughts. We just exist as an all-intelligent energy field. That's what we are right now. But you get to experience conflict, separation, individualism, judgment, anger, fear, loss. We are going through an evolution, revolution. What does that mean? We have an opportunity now through crisis to become greater than that, because these are the events that will push you to make decisions which are very powerful, because these decisions are, am I going with the good side or the bad side? There isn't a good nor bad. There are experiences and choices, and yours within it determines what you contribute to the collective one. You are important. You are one tiny little puzzle piece, but without you, there is no whole picture. And so you came here specifically for a reason, and you may think it's not important. You're not important, and why am I here? And I'm a victim, and you are a creator, all-powerful, beyond what you can imagine. There's going to be separatism and separation and pointing fingers and blame and judgment and take our side. And well, my friends said to me the other day, so who are you going to vote for? I said, I'm not. Well, then how you're not contributing? And I said, why would I vote for something I don't believe in? That's the whole point of voting. And they said, well, it'll keep the other person out. I said, that's not a reason to vote. I'm not going to vote for the lesser evils. I'm not going to take sides of lesser evils. And I don't believe in evil. I believe in lower choices. I believe you're either the change maker or you're part of the problem. There's no gray area in there, because if you're sitting back, you're not contributing either. So my not voting doesn't mean I'm not contributing. I am presenting opportunities for people to make different choices. There are things happening out here. People are taking charge. to step away from the madness of the things that are established that are keeping us in conflict. And while I support the platforms social media presents for us because it gives us a voice, there are also new things evolving that I'm going to share with you, upcoming things that I may be getting involved in, that step away from the control and the monitoring that is not working in our favor, that actually creates more conflict. The false stuff out there that's causing fear in you, the stories that are causing you to take sides because you're in so much fear that you believe if you don't do this, it's the ending of you, but that's impossible because you're never ending and you have nothing to ever fear. Even physically, well, there's just so much somebody can do to you until you are out into that perfect one beautiful field that is everything, and then you go into another adventure. You take that information with you. If that's something to fear, well, that's your choice. I want you to know right now that you have the opportunity now to step back and be that whole group out here that's coming together as community to create, is not getting involved, is not judging, but sees what it is. I know there's a basement because we've all been in it. And now when you go into the penthouse, you're aware of it. But it doesn't mean you're going to go down there and preach to everybody of what they should do to get up to the penthouse. That's the individual journey that you get to choose. If you're in the basement, you're going to continue to be in conflict, separation, pointing fingers, and taking sides. That is ego, fully in control, because it is constantly trying to control its own existence, experience, and the world, because it believes in the material world as what it is. It identifies with 3D and 4D, which is time. It's one-dimensional in its thoughts because it sees this, and everything it does revolves around this. This is why you wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning in fear, because you believe this. So I'm going to tell you right now that there are going to be some very dramatic things happening, not something to fear, but created by humans who are going to battle for the 3D material world, taking sides and using words of conflict. Are you doing this? Feeling that somehow we're going to triumph over someone else when there is no someone else. You have an opportunity right now, and you have to start shutting down everything that is negative, that causes any kind of conflict or side taking. I'm very serious about this. Your entire future rests on these decisions you are making now. And as I shared with you in another video, I actually recently thought maybe it's time for me to just step away from this. Don't feel like I'm really making that much of a difference. And then I realized it only takes 1% of us to transform the entire world. We will have an effect on everyone else who's not making the same decisions, but will be influenced by us. New ways are being formed, new platforms, not in rebellion or separation, to separate ourselves from that which exists now, but to create a pathway that allows us freedom to spread the positive word that there's another world out there that doesn't include the false information that creates the fear and the separation. So stay tuned. You get to choose to be the 1%. Anything with a negative word, a negative thought, separation, fear, anxiety of any kind is of the other thoughts that will keep you separated and not joining the world where abundance flows, joy, health, wealth, love, total acceptance and compassion for all others, working together and accepting our diversity and our differences. It's okay to have an opinion, but what is that opinion leading to? Is it leading to the betterment of us, of joy and unconditional love? Or is it my way, as the ego would have it? So I wanted to give you this warning, so to speak, not to create fear, but to allow you to choose to prepare and catch yourself if you get caught up in some of the things that are going to start to catapult us into the separation that you need not get involved in. I hope that you will join my free email list. I have some guys in Canada that teach you how to create off-grid properties, and I don't mean running away and escaping the world, but creating new communities. You can actually purchase properties without your own credit or money. They show you how to do it, how to create something that will cash flow, a real business opportunity, and a lifestyle at the same time. We've got some great stuff that they're doing, and if you're in this list, you'll get to see that. I did send it out before, but they have new programs that it's amazing. It might be an option for you to say, I'm going to make that change with my own life and open up a new world, something that you actually own that you can create a retreat. I'm going to have my own retreat. You'll hear about that here. And then here is Digital Explorers. We're creating online businesses that are planet conscious. You don't need to know anything other than if you want to do this, we help you find out what that is, create it, and we monetize it, and it will improve the lives of others, yours, and it'll give you an excuse to get out of that destructive situation you might be in. You ready for this? We're going to get serious. You're whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Blessings to you. Namaste.